we have an ethos, a mantra, and you'll find it in various places around our community. It's called the 3 I's. And the first I is intimacy. You have to make eye contact with each other, employees, residents, develop a level of personalization. The second I is integrity. We have to do things every day to the best of our ability. To me, that's integrity in business. And the last is intensity. I think we work with a level of intensity that's requisite if you can provide the customer service, the personalization, the level of comfort, and now the level of health care in some levels of our communities that's necessary.
There's one resident who I'd worked with for quite a long time, and she was having a real difficult time just trying to get out of bed in the morning. People can get depressed, people can be thinking about the days that were, and that those days aren't here now. So in order to try to help get her up, I'd say, how about we go in and I'll give you a nice sponge bath, make you feel good. In her bedroom, on her dresser, I found a perfume and I said, oh, let me ask you about this perfume. Well, it was one that her husband had bought her before he died. And so I said, well, let's go in for that sponge bath. And I gave her the sponge bath. I said, you know what, let's put on a little bit of the perfume. Hey, what's this over here? Got a little cheek blush. Oh, my daughter bought that. Well, let's put that on you. So by the time we were finished, she's coming out into the living room with me and she says, I feel like a new person. This is great. I could go dancing. And I said, great, but not with me because I don't dance.
The one thing that I'm aware of all day, every day, and that residents and families often bring to my attention and rave about is that our staff is very kind and really cares, and it shows. I don't know of anybody here, once trained and once they've started to build relationships with the residents, who is just going through the motions. It's a very genuine community.
One of the great things you can say about this business, as our residents age in place, there are times when residents move from one level of care to a higher level of care. But we oftentimes have residents come in at a higher level of care and they actually move to a level of care where they don't need as much assistance as they thought they were going to. That's something to be tremendously proud of. That generally involves other residents and our staff, and that's a testimony to what a fantastic job they do.
They want to be heard. They want us to know who they are, and they want us to know their routine, and they want us to bend ourselves into a pretzel if that's necessary to follow their routine. Not to recreate who they are and not to recreate their lifestyle. And that is not what we're here to do. We are here to do exactly that. If they have breakfast at 9 o'clock and they like to have breakfast in their pajamas in their own apartment at their own table, then we want to bring them a tray to meet that need.
Well, I just decided that I wanted to do it while I was still able-bodied and could get around and do things. And I mean, you could say, gee, I wish I were younger and got around a lot better and could still be in my own house. However, knowing that that is not the best thing at the moment, I feel that this is excellent.
Yes, my compassion comes through on how I do my job. I'm in a stage of my life. I still have a lot of life to live, but I'm in the second half of my life. And I can only hope that someone will take care of me the same way.
I think that my staff would say that as a company, our leadership is dedicated to being the best we can possibly be. We live the mantra of the 3 I's: intimacy, integrity, and intensity. I think our staff feels that the administration, that the leadership is trying to give them guidance and striving to be the best seniors living community in the country.